Hi everyone, Cendril here with a message before this video. Something about this series that I want to take a little bit of time to talk about here right now. As I've recorded quite a few episodes of Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty, I have noticed that episodes are starting to run long. We're talking 50, 55 minutes, an hour, maybe even a little more. So I've decided to cut longer episodes into smaller chunks. So if the episode just kind of ends and you're wondering what happened, well, I split the episode into two. I'm going to end up doing this if the episodes are around 50 minutes. I think I'm going to split them up into two 25-minute episodes. Split them right down the middle in half. I decided to do that because I don't know if that's something you want to see as a full hour-long episode. I've done that before, just left longer episodes. I've done it for a lot of Let's Plays in the past. This one I've decided to cut them up into smaller bits. So if you're wondering, wow, why did this episode just end suddenly? That's why. So don't worry, there won't be anything lost or not cutting anything out from the mission. I'm just splitting it in half. That's all. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Don't shoot the screen. Don't shoot the screen.
Donnie Vermillion, UNN. We've got Kate Lockwell on remote feed from Agria, a fringe colony. Are you there, Kate? Okay, we seem to be having a sound problem with... I'm being told Emperor Mangsk is going to address us directly. Let's take you to his announcement, already in progress.
My finest military minds are being brought to bear, and it's my pleasure to announce that they'll soon be led by the hero of Taurus himself, General Horace Warfield.
Warfield? I thought he retired years ago.
With General Warfield at the helm, and our finely honed Dominion military under his command, I have every confidence that this new Zerg threat will be contained very soon.
There you have it, viewers. With Warfield in command, the Zerg swarm will be defeated in no time. Up next, Raynor ups his campaign of terror just as the Zerg reappear. Coincidence? You decide after these messages.
Interesting. So a general that was retired years ago is back in action.
Thought I'd left this behind on Marsara. How did... Tychus. Just can't let it go, can you?
Jimmy, I thought you'd like these. They're the winning entry from a Zerg hunt a few years back. Maybe they'll bring you luck. Joe Ray, owner and proprietor of Joe Ray's Bar, Marsara. P.S. I'll add the TV to your tab. Remember he shot the TV in the opening cutscene?
You meet Dr. Hansen yet?
Sure did. I asked that sweet thing if she'd like to give me a physical. No harm in asking, right? I think she's got her eye on some pansy ass, though.
Yeah? Who might that be?
Oh, I don't know. Some white knight kind of guy came charging down to save a colony, maybe. Damn, Jimmy. You never could read the ladies.
There's also an arcade. More on the arcade later. I'm not very good at it. Firebat. You see the firebat here. Firebat. CMC 660 Heavy Combat Suit. The Firebat suit contains a volatile mix of gases that seep into the operator compartment. This may explain why Firebat personnel are almost universally resocialized criminals or psychotic pyromaniacs. Because, boom, that can happen. It won't happen during mission or anything, don't worry. That's just some knowledge, some universe building, some lore for you. Perdition flamethrowers spew combustoplasma at enemy targets. The plasma easily seeps into gaps in Zerg carapaces. Smaller Zerg creatures are literally cooked alive inside their own skin. That's a visual you may not have needed. but that's why they do so much damage versus light units. Fire washes the skin off the bone and the sin off the soul. Cleans away the dirt. My mama didn't raise herself no dirty boy. Franco Tilden, widely credited as the first fighting fire bat. Performed mass murder. Something to know about Marines, like you saw Tychus was put in the Marine suit. A lot of forces like this, a lot of ground forces, excuse me, like Marines, fire bats, are criminals. And they are basically outfitted to serve and fight. That's some lore from Starcraft 1. I'd go more into it, but I don't want to get some of the things wrong. More for us, though, let's look at the Firebat upgrades. I can tell you about this game and things like this. In Cendril gauntlets, Firebats gain a 40% larger area attack. Costs 40,000. So if you like Firebats a lot, it's like, boy, I wish they could just hit a little bit more. Guess what? This upgraded gauntlet channels the flamer's fuel through multiple ports rather than the single port of the previous generation. This results in a much wider flame without any loss of intensity, allowing your Firebats to hold enemies at bay with a literal wall of fire. We could also give them Juggernaut plating. This will take the rest of our credits. But it gives them +2 armor. They already start with, 1 armor? This would let them start with 3 that could further be upgraded. Juggernaut plating strengthens the Firebat's natural weak spots and thickens the helmet and chest pieces. This upgrade allows Firebats to shrug off the attacks of other infantry units and soak up incredible amounts of damage from small arms fire. This is great for smaller units, which is kind of what the Juggernaut Firebat specializes in anyway, right? You have Zerglings, for example. Well, instead of doing 6 damage, they do 5, because Juggernaut. They would do 3 with Juggernaut plating. Even more with armor upgrades. A really good upgrade, especially if you like using Firebats. It's expensive for a reason.
It sure felt good rescuing those folks. But there's millions more out there that need help, too.
We can't be everywhere at once, sir. The important thing is that we set an example and gave them hope. Every time we help folks in need, it's another step on the road to a better future.
I know, Matt. But it's been 4 years and we're still no closer to bringing Menks down. Now with the Zerg back in the mix, your better future needs to hurry up and get here, or there's gonna be no one left to see it.
Not wrong, unfortunately.
I've heard a lot about you, Commander. The Dominion always portrayed you as a criminal, terrorist. There's more to you than it seems.
Well, with the Dominion being what it is, someone's gotta stand up for the little guy. It sure ain't gonna be Mengsk.
Doesn't seem like the Emperor cares at all. My people from Agria and displaced populations from across the sector have all fled to a refugee staging area on Meinhof. There are reports of violence and disease spreading throughout the camps, but the Emperor's done nothing.
I'll look into it, Doc.
Look into it, Doc. Let's go to the Stormer. We've got a few choices here. We still have the Monolith.
The Mobius boys think there's another artifact on a world called Monolith. Supposedly there's Protoss guarding
So we know that. We also have Meinhof, which Doc just told us about.
Refugee populations from across the sector have been using Meinhof as a staging point. But with so many people in close proximity, an epidemic of some kind has started sweeping through the camps. Please, my people need help. We've got to do something before it's too late.
Herdrin 10,000 credits to Zerg. Research. If we do Meinhof, we will get access to the Hellion. Hellion is a buggy, as you can see, that has a flamethrower. The flamethrower shoots farther than the Firebat flamethrower, but it's more narrow. They're more like a line. The Firebats are a line, but they also kind of hit more like a cone. The Hellion's more like a line. It's very fast, though. It doesn't have a lot of HP. really no armor. It'd be our first vehicle, though. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the Hellions. They're really fast, but they don't take a lot of damage. They're great scouts, or if you need to rush some units up quickly. I've just personally never been a big fan of them.
I hear the mighty Jim Raynor's on the move, but short on funds. The planet Redstone's got the most valuable minerals around, and with the Zerg invasion, the Kelmorians backed up and left it all behind. Some enterprising men could turn a big profit there. Meet me at Redstone if you want a piece of the action.
The Devil's Playground. 3 Zerg research, 110,000, and a person we haven't met yet. This is Gabriel Tosh. We'll get access to the Reaper unit. Reapers are very interesting units. They are pretty fast themselves. They use dual pistols, which, if you know me, which is awesome. Dual pistols. Not me. I'm not that awesome. The dual pistols are awesome, though. They can also throw explosive mines, which do a lot of damage to buildings. The thing that makes the Reapers very unique is that they can jump up and down cliffs. They can take routes that normal units can't. Like a Marine may have to walk around, whereas the Reaper could just jump up and then jump off, instead of walking like around a mountain, for example. Now, they can't just go over all terrain, just where there's a little jump. It sounds better than I'm probably making it out to be. Now, they can only attack ground units. That is one downside to them. And they're fast. They don't have a lot of armor or health. But they are great for trying to get behind an enemy or some sneak attacks, things like that. Used quite a bit in PvP, in player versus player stuff. Choices, right? Let's get access to... I would like to help the dock, but we'll wait on that, I guess. Marauders aren't bad. The Protoss research and the credit reward wouldn't be bad either. Sure. Well, I'm trying to think what I want to show off next. Because there'll be some things that show up soon. Let's help the dock. Main off system. 4:53 shipboard time. I don't care for the Hellions.
So what are we looking at, Doc?
Our readings indicate some kind of bio-infestation is spreading through the refugee camps. Even the buildings are being covered by it.
That's not good.
I've seen this kind of thing before. It's a Zerg virus. All we can do is burn it out. Every one of those infested buildings has to be destroyed.
But where are all the people? Oh no. Those things are infested refugees? This is a nightmare.
Sad.
Yeah. This ain't good at all.
It looks like they burrow underground by day and emerge only at night. The virus must make them vulnerable to the high UV output of Meinhof's star.
Then we'll hit the infested buildings by day and protect our base at night. Don't worry, Doc. We'll contain this thing.
Outbreak. So a very interesting, different take on this mission. We want to be aggressive during daylight hours. Use fast units to move quickly, like the Hellion, for example. But make sure they're home by sundown, like it says here. By the time it gets dark. Otherwise, they'll get jumped by a bunch of units. Let's get started. Herdring 44 structures marine. Here's our Merc compound. You can see how much they cost. 250 for 250 minerals for both. 75 Vespene gas for the Devil Dogs. We now have access to a sensor tower as well. This is an early warning structure. A sensor tower reveals the location of enemy units. You'll see a circle with an exclamation point. You can also see the radius it covers on the map. See this circle here? That's the sensor tower range. And you'll also see the red dots on the minimap as well. Alright, daytime. Attack!
Gonna give me orders? Will do. SCV ready.
All right, boys. We can't risk the contagion spreading to this camp. I want a perimeter set and some bunkers in place now.
Going sweet on that doctor, Lady Jimmy. Can't see why else we'd keep fighting for these damn dirt farmers.
So mean.
Is that some sort of nest? You better destroy it.
This is just to get a good start here. But like Jimmy said, he's right. You want to get some bunkers. Some bunkers ready. Hire mercenaries in the cantina, add more firepower to your forces. Once you buy a mercenary group's contact, you can access those mercenaries from the rest of the campaign. Here's your merc compound.
In the rear with the gear. Yep. Yeah, SCV ready. What's going on?
Add-on complete.
You gonna give me orders? Go ahead.
My goose is getting cooked.
SCV ready.
Nightfall in 30 seconds.
By the number. SCV ready.
Okay.
That's fine. In the rear with the gear. Uh-huh. It's your dime.
Day-night cycle. It is now nighttime. Planet Mihov has a faster than normal day and night cycle. Defend your base at night, attack the infested during the day.
Now we gotta hold out till sunrise. Brace yourselves. This could get ugly.
Fueled up.
By the number. What's going on? SCV ready. Sure thing.
And here they come.
Looking forward to it. Who wants some? SCV ready. You gonna give me orders?
Fire bats will be really useful.
Not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared me! Go ahead, SCV ready.
Not base is under attack.
Big job, huh? What's going on? SCV ready.
Yeah, that'll work. Not the best placement here, but I'll make it work.
Let's do this. Barbecue time.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared me! SCV ready.
Let's go, SCV, start repairing.
I'll say you rang.
They do have cooldown at the beginning of a mission. I believe it's 4 minutes.
SCV ready.
Go there.
You gonna give me orders?
Say the word.
We'll do 2 Marines and 2 fire bats in each. Because you can see there's a lot of just melee units, these infested Terran. They do 8 damage. They have no armor though. And you can see they're slow.
What's going on?
There's a big advantage you have. 2 more fire bats, and then I need Marines for
What's going on?
For us to
Woohoo! Overtime.
start making supply.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Need a light.
Gangway, coming through. You gonna give me orders? Will do.
You can see there is debris over here. Debris has 100 HP, but can be broken. They have 3 armor.
Base
Guess
is
what?
under attack.
Guess what's gonna happen here in later nights?
Say the word.
Hello. We got some reinforcements. This is the factory. The factory is where we will make ground vehicle units. We saw one of these a few episodes back, but now we have our own. It says they create Terran vehicles, like the Hellion that we now have access to. And before you can build a factory, you must have a barracks. We're going to now start getting into like the build order kind of tiers that you have to go up. Think of it like a pyramid, I guess. You have to start at the bottom and then build up. So before you can build a factory, you have to build a barracks. Then there will be some things where, oh, we have to have this before we can build it. We already saw that a little bit. You need a tech lab before you can build fire bats and medics. Well, that attaches on a barracks, so you have to build the barracks first. Get it?
Hey, hotshot. I got schematics to build them Hellions you saw in Marsara. Should be good down there.
Hellions are, like I said, light vehicles. They're fast-moving, powerful flame attack. I wouldn't exactly call it too powerful. But, damage ground units, like I said, in a line. They hit for way harder than I remember. 10 to 18. They don't hit too fast, though. The weapon speed is slow. That's what it is. Versus light, they do 18, though. It'll be great to, as I said, move around, do some damage. Good against these enemies, for sure.
All day long.
That's the other thing. Even if you don't like a unit, like I said, I don't really care for the Hellions too much. What I do like,
Coming up. We gotta hold on a little longer.
what I do enjoy is in the mission that you get them, they make the unit really good. It's like it's their mission.
Add-on complete.
Hellions cost 100 minerals. They don't take gas. They're the only vehicle unit that doesn't. That we'll have access to anyway, that I can think of. Alright, it's daytime. We get 6 minutes.
Rise and shine, boys. Now it's our time to do some damage.
That it
More
is.
supply depots required.
Oh, that's fine.
This better be. You gonna give me orders?
Clear out the rest up here. We'll take the Hellions.
They like to raise some hell. Burn rubber. Been waiting on you. Who wants some?
Alright, let's go.
Is that it? Let's do this.
Alright, like I said, now it's our time to do some damage. Let's upgrade infantry weapons. Now, this doesn't upgrade the Hellions. You need a different building for that.
Not enough minerals.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Ready to raise some hell.
Now, Hellions being vehicles do not get repaired by medics. They're not biological. But they are mechanical. Mechanical things can be repaired by SCVs.
I'm not detecting any more infested structures in that sector, Jim.
It's time for them to move on. I really like this mission. Where it's like you have to defend, and then you go do your damage, and then go back to defending. Like, this is fun. This is fun for me. Yeah, it's you take the damage and then counter punch. And as a more defensive person, that really works for me. All right, the war pigs are here. Send them up here, along with this group.
My goose is getting cooked. It's your dime. I'm in a heap of trouble.
Let's build 3 more fire bats.
Looks like that sector's clear, Jim. Better move on to the next one.
My goose is getting cooked.
But they have mechs. When some of these buildings get destroyed, they pop out some enemy units like that. But nothing that you and a few medics can handle. There are a lot of structures.